One thing that I noticed coming out of UCT, walking towards the Jammy stop, it was a bit of a comfortable walk. Yes, the pavement was smaller, but we walked on the street because it was closed off. Not a lot of cars were coming in. Once we got to the Jammy stop, waiting for the Jammy, you're just waiting outside in the harsh weather conditions, whether it's raining or there's wind, there's nothing to protect you. Whereas when we're in my city bus stop station, it's a covered area, it's comfortable, you can sit, it's enclosed, with bathroom and toilets. On our way then from the Jammy stop to the Red Cross hospital, we took a taxi, and I didn't notice any bicycle lanes on the roads. And once we got to the Red Cross hospital, the pedestrian pavements were a lot thinner, so it wasn't, I wouldn't say pedestrian friendly, although there was a pedestrian crossing.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, where's the group?
Okay, our experience yesterday when we were going down to Klipfontein Road, we realized that as much as that road is very big, the buildings and the houses in that area are actually very far from the road, and they are single story, most of them, which means the density is very, very low in that area. The number of people that were on the sides compared to the buildings, and the number of stops that the bus stopped to pick up and drop people was not, didn't tell us that there's much density in that area. Whereas when we arrived in Central City, that it was different. And from my experiences of the stops of my city bus, it is different. I think my city bus was well planned for density areas, because all the stops are in areas that are either have a high density or areas that are very busy, which looks like industrial areas where people drop and get into the buses.
The diversity of land uses in Cape Town is still really segregated, and that's very visible, particularly coming from somewhere like Century City, where it's designed to be mixed use, but then you go through a place like Milnerton, which is just industry, and it's between those two places there's not a lot of connection to residential areas. The people who are working in Milnerton or whatever might be commuting all the way from Atlantis or Khayelitsha, and those are very far places to commute from. There's no sort of accessibility. Because of a lack of diversity of land uses, people have to diversify their public transport use in order to reach the destinations.
When we're going from Marbury to Red Cross, they said it was easy because there's a lot of traffic that is going that side, going to Klipfontein. When we were transitioning to Century City, that's when we sort of encountered a problem where there was no clear direction in terms of where should we go, because we took a bus that was not going to our destination. Moreover, the fact that outside of my city, the other mode of transport did not have a clear map. It's always about negotiating around the spaces. Might get lost, might not get lost. But it was such an interesting mode of transport, because it took you to the routes that you were not actually going to, so you had to do a lot of connection there.
So in terms of distance to transit, our experience with the AmazingRace was that some places you walked less than 5 minutes to get where you wanted to catch a taxi or a bus. Getting from North Stop to Rhodes Mem was a challenge. Red Cross Hospital, that was right on Klipfontein Road. You had a bus stop there, taxis stopped there. But then Century City, you've only got the rank, and then you've got to walk to the rest of that whole development. A lot of diversity in terms of distance to transit, and it's not always a nice, comfortable walking distance.
Transport.